Have you ever dated someone only to realize weeks or months later that they're emotionally unavailable? It's frustrating. But what if you could spot the signs early on? Well, in today's video, we're uncovering 7 powerful signs of emotional unavailability so you can avoid heartbreak and wasted time. Stay tuned though, because later in the video, I'm going to share the #1 sign that most people actually miss. You already know where you at. You know who you with. Is Touché, back here with another one. But before we get into today's video, please remember to subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it, and I appreciate y'all being here for another one. I've been there plenty of times where I feel like the person that I'm with is not emotionally connected to me, or it feels like their emotions are always in question anytime it comes up. Emotional unavailability can be hard to detect at first. I mean, there are clear signs if you know what to actually look for. The first sign that I usually notice is when they start avoiding deep conversations. You know, when you ask a person a question, they give you just very surface level answers, like one word, a few words, and you're giving like a lot of context. This is usually a clear red flag sign for me that they're avoiding something. They don't want to let me in. They don't want me to even get to know them. If you see the person that you're talking to always keeps the conversation light and avoids talking about their feelings or anything personal, that's a red flag. Pay attention to that. I mean, you'll see them. They're pros at deflecting, like super deflectors. They deflect serious topics and they steer conversations back to surface level issues. The second sign that I notice, and I know a lot of y'all actually deal with out there in the dating world, is the lack of follow through. I mean, you know that person that makes plans, cancels plans, says, yeah, we should meet up. Yeah, let's go ahead, let's have a drink, but they never really follow through. Talking about that person. I hate that person that's always canceling plans on me. Like, you know how hard it is for me to actually have a day free, make some time for you, and you have the nerve to keep canceling on me? Like, I set aside some time for you and you don't have the decency to actually follow through. Sometimes though, emotional unavailability hides in plain sight. These people are really good at not letting you in. You know the people I'm talking about, the ones that are overly busy, always distracted, they always got something going on. Yeah, this sign is something that I always pay attention to. It's actually a pet peeve of mine. You know, someone that always says like, I'm busy, I couldn't reply to a text, I couldn't call you back, I've just been busy lately. Like, bro, how busy are you? Like, for real, what are you, the president? You busy 25 hours in a day? You can't send a 10-second text message, just let me know what's going on? Are you really that busy? I hate that. That person doesn't make time for you, which can be a sign of them just kind of avoiding any form of intimacy, which is not just physical, but getting to know someone is actually a form of intimacy. When you see this person who's just too busy, take that as a sign and move on. Now, the fourth sign that I always notice is someone who is emotionally distant, even when y'all are together. People can be emotionally distant when you're just getting to know them, but you ever been with somebody and they're still like emotionally distant? Maybe you guys just started dating or you've been dating for a couple months or whatever, and they still feel like they're distant. They're not letting you know them. The relationship that you're currently in is just surface level, and you're like, is this what it feels like to actually be with them? I don't really understand what's going on. I mean, you're physically present, but emotionally, you might as well be in another country. Why are you holding back from me? Now, these people are really scared of just being vulnerable, really scared of opening up about their emotions. Now, when you see this sign, you already know their emotions aren't available. Now, the fifth sign that someone is emotionally unavailable is when they deflect anytime the future comes up. Now, anytime you talk about something in the future, whether it's an event or something you want to do or a plan with them, they always deflect the conversation and take it somewhere else. If the person that you're talking to continuously avoids or changes the subject whenever you bring up future plans, this is a sign of emotional unavailability. Cut and clear. Big red flag. You know that person I'm talking about. You're probably with them right now. That person that anytime you talk about a vacation or a future event, they become very uncomfortable or even a little vague, you know, just being a little reluctant to commit. It's like, yo, we are together. What do you mean you can't go out with me next week? Anything long term, they get the feeling that everything just feels a little tight. Trust me, I know, because I actually been there. I've been the person that anytime a woman would bring up, hey, let's do something in 3 months, or I got family coming in and I got some cousins I would like you to meet, or, you know, anything that can be a little bit more than surface, and I knew I just wasn't there and I wasn't ready, or maybe they were just moving too fast, too soon, I always got real uncomfortable, and I got that tight feeling in my chest like, oh shit, what's going on? This is just too much for me right now. So take it from me, when you see that sign, no, their emotions ain't available. Now, this sign is one that I feel a lot of people are dealing with right now in dating, and I've dealt with it plenty of times in my past. You know, that person that just doesn't show any genuine interest in your life. You know, that person that just keeps everything surface level. I mean, they don't engage in anything that has to really do too deep about you. They don't ask questions about your family. They don't ask questions about maybe your passions or maybe your hobbies. Tell me about why that's your passion. Tell me the story behind it. Someone who doesn't really show genuine curiosity about your life or feelings, that's a clear sign to me. If I'm asking questions that are actually going further into knowing who you are, I kind of expect the same thing. So when I don't get that, I feel like there are a bunch of feelings that you're not tapping into, or you may not even know how to tap into, and that's fine, but that lets me know that your emotions are unavailable. And the last sign that tells me that someone struggles with their emotions is when they struggle with empathizing with your emotions. Emotional unavailability often shows up when someone can't or won't connect with your feelings. They may downplay your emotions or be dismissive when you express vulnerability. Have you ever tried to open up to someone, tell them a deep story about something that's happened in your life? It could be something serious, it could be something traumatic, it could be something that's heartfelt, that means a lot to you, that you don't often share, and you tell this story, and at the very end, when you're expecting some sort of reaction that's more than just anything surface, and you just get, oh, okay, or maybe a nod, or maybe something that is just like, did you even pay attention? Do you even know anything that I said? Something that doesn't make you feel like you opened up and said all of this and you were left with nothing. Yeah, this is a clear sign for me. This lets me know that this person has no idea how to reciprocate. They have no idea how to just empathize with what I'm feeling at that moment. Maybe because they just don't know how. Maybe they haven't got that deep within themselves to figure out, oh wow, I know what that's like. I've been there in that moment. And the reason why I say that is the last sign is because healthy relationships, they require empathy. They require mutual understanding. So any lack of response in a serious question or a story or something that I'm opening up to is a sign of emotional unavailability that I actually just don't want to deal with. And I know I said that was the last time, but I didn't forget. Here's the number one sign of emotional unavailability that I think a lot of people actually do miss. If you made it this far in the video, thank you very much. The number one sign that I've noticed is when someone's inconsistent with their affection. 1 minute, they're all in, and then the next minute, they're just pulling away. They're acting completely different. It's like, ooh, I got too close, and I got to connect with you a little bit. That was too much for me. I gotta back up, because it's not what I really want. I'm going back and forth right now, and I don't want you to think that I might be into that, but I kind of want you to know that I'm also kind of into that. I'm kind of into you. I kind of like you, but then I kind of don't. I want to play both sides of the field. I'm sure all of us have dealt with this at some point. It happens a lot when you first get to know someone. Hopefully it's not happening to you when you're in a relationship already, because that would suck if someone's just being inconsistent with their affection after y'all already committed to being with each other. I don't know about y'all. I don't like inconsistency. For me, that's not a person that I actually want to connect with, and I'll be done with you. And there you have it. Those are the 7 signs, or I should say 8 signs. I gave y'all a bonus that lets you know if someone's emotionally unavailable. Now, don't ignore these red flags. These are red flags. Emotional unavailability is a red flag. That's just his cousin. So spotting them early can save you time and emotional energy. Now, I'm curious, have you ever dated someone who's emotionally unavailable, or are you currently dating them now? Tell me in the comments below. How did you handle this? And if this video helped you in any way, please give it a thumbs up. You already know where you at, and you know who you with. It's Touché. I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace out.